coming to the medial side of your thigh, so you're going to have only 4 muscles. The first one is your gracilis, which is purely your medial side muscle. Okay, so the large muscle which is present here is your gracilis, and you know that this is your adductor longus, which forms your femoral triangle, and this is your adductor magnus, which is very bulky in muscle, and adductor brevis will be very deep in structure. Okay, so below the adductor longus you will have your adductor brevis, and this is your adductor magnus. This is purely the medial side muscle. The medial side muscle is being supplied by your which nerve? Obturator nerve. Okay, so everything is being supplied by your obturator nerve. So once again, so the medial side muscles are gracilis, the long muscle is your gracilis, the adductor longus, adductor magnum, adductor brevis will be below the adductor longus. Okay, so which is completely supplied by your obturator nerve. Now it is all about the gluteal region. So the important 3 muscles in your gluteal region is your gluteal maximus, gluteal medius and gluteal minimus. These are the 3 important muscles, and one more muscle called piriformis you are going to learn in this video. So this is the large muscle, very bulky muscle is your gluteus maximus. So the spotter question may be, they can pin the structure in the gluteus maximus and they can ask your action, or either they can ask a nerve supply. So you have to write the nerve supply for inferior gluteal nerve. Okay, so for gluteus maximus it is all about inferior gluteal nerve. Okay, so the next is your gluteus medius and gluteus minimus. Okay, so it is supplied by your superior gluteal nerves. Okay, so the maximus is your inferior gluteal nerve, your gluteus minimus and gluteus medius is your superior gluteal nerve. These are the 3 muscles in your gluteal region. So coming down, you are going to have a triangle shaped muscle. So this is your piriformis. Okay, so this muscle is your piriformis. So the below the piriformis, this is your piriformis muscle, a triangle shaped muscle here. So the below the piriformis you are going to have a thick nerve which is in your posterior compartment. What is the nerve in your posterior compartment of your thigh? It's all about your sciatic nerve, which is a very thick and long nerve. Okay, so the very thick nerve, can you able to see, very thick than the artery? This is your sciatic nerve. Okay, in the gluteal region, only minimal spotters. You're going to have gluteus maximus, gluteus medius and minimus, and you're going to have piriformis, a triangular shaped piriformis here, and one large and thick nerve is your sciatic nerve. You have to know the root valve, origin, and you have to know what are the branches coming from your sciatic nerve. So then now we'll move to the back of your thigh region. So this is your back of your thigh region. So in the front of your thigh region, it is the muscle is completely called as quadriceps muscle. In the back of your thigh, you're going to call it as hamstring muscles. So what are the hamstring muscles? Okay, so you know the names of your hamstring muscles. Okay, we'll see one by one. So this is your semitendinosus. Okay, so you're going to have a long tendon with, so the name is called semitendinosus. You can able to see a long tendon. They can also ask a spotter question. They can tie the structure or they can tie the tendon, and they can ask what is a muscle. So look whether it is in the medial side or lateral side. So if it is in the medial side with a long tendon, it is your semitendinosus. So below the semitendinosus, it is your semimembranosus. Okay, a thick muscle. Thick muscle is your semimembranosus. So below that you are going to have adductor magnus. This is your medial side. Okay, these two are your medial side. In the lateral side, only one muscle, that is your biceps femoris. Okay, so this is your biceps femoris, semitendinosus, semimembranosus. Below you are going to have adductor magnus. So adductor magnus also present in which compartment? Medial compartment. Don't forget that. Okay, so now you have to know 3 nerves. At this point you have to know the 3 nerves and where it is actually present. The front of your thigh, the one nerve is your femoral nerve. Okay, The back of your thigh, one nerve is your sciatic nerve. The medial side, it is about obturator nerve. Only 3 nerve, don't get confused. Anterior, posterior and medial compartment. So anteriorly femoral nerve, posteriorly sciatic nerve, medially obturator nerve. So moving down, you're going to have popliteal fossa. So this is your popliteal fossa, which also resembles your the upper limb. Which fossa is relatable to your popliteal fossa? Can you imagine? That is your cubital fossa. So now we'll see the popliteal fossa, which is actually a diamond shaped structure. Can you see the diamond shape? You can imagine. So you have to imagine, no other go. So you're going to have some 4 boundaries. For the triangle or fossa, you will have boundaries, you will have floor, you will have roof, all the things. So we'll see what are the boundaries of your popliteal fossa. In the exam, they can pin the structure, they can pin the fossa, and the question may be identify the pinned fossa. They can either ask the boundaries or the content. They may ask anything from this popliteal fossa. Okay. So this is your lateral side. This is your medial side. Okay. So in the case of popliteal fossa, the boundaries are so called supramedial, supralateral, inframedial, infralateral. Only 4. Okay. So in the supramedial, you know that semitendinosus and semimembranosus. The supralateral, you're going to have biceps femoris. So infralateral, inframedial is nothing but you're going to have 2 muscles, which is so called gastrocnemius. Okay. So the medial side, you're going to have medial head of gastrocnemius. In the lateral side, you're going to have lateral head of gastrocnemius. Okay. So these are the boundaries of your popliteal fossa: supramedial, supralateral, infralateral, inframedial. Okay. So now the content. So what is the content of your popliteal fossa? Okay. So you have to know the contents of the popliteal fossa. Look at that from above downwards. Okay. So the above downwards, you're going to have nerve. Okay. So first is your nerve. Next is your vein. Next is your artery. Okay. So above downwards in your popliteal fossa, you're going to have nerve. One is your vein and next is your artery. Can you see the structure here? Okay. So now when the nerve comes in the popliteal fossa, the nerve has been divided into 2. One is your tibial nerve and other one is your common peroneal nerve. Okay. So now we'll move down to your leg region. So this is your leg region. From the knee joint to the ankle joint is your leg region. So this is your anterior surface, so the anterior region of your leg. Okay. So you're going to have anterior region, lateral and posterior. Okay. So we'll cover one by one. In the anterior region, you're going to have some muscles. So this is your tibialis anterior. Okay. So this one is your tibialis anterior, which goes medially. So look at the muscle. So this one is your tibialis anterior, which is ending here. Okay. So this is your tibia bone. Can you able to see? This is your tibia bone. Here you will have your fibula bone. So this is your tibialis anterior, and next is your tibialis anterior. This is your extensor hallucis longus. Hallucis is nothing but which is going to enter into your great toe. So hallucis. Okay, this is your extensor hallucis longus. This is your tibialis anterior, extensor hallucis longus. This is your extensor digitorum longus. So look at the digitorum here. You're going to have branches like structure. So it is so called a digitorium. Okay, so extensor digitorum longus, and the lateral side peroneus brevis is also being connected. Okay, so this is your peroneus brevis. So in the anterior region of the leg, you're going to have tibialis anterior, extensor hallucis longus, which goes to your great toe hallucis. So next is your extensor digitorum longus. Next is your peroneus brevis. In the lateral compartment, which is actually all the anterior muscles are supplied by your anterior tibial artery. Okay. So the next is your lateral compartment. The lateral compartment is only 2 muscles. One is your peroneus longus and peroneus brevis. This is your peroneus longus muscle. So you can see that it is actually covering the malleolus and it is going to enter into the leg like this. Okay, can you see? Fascia is actually covered by the fascia, so nothing else. So this is your peroneus longus. Below the peroneus longus, you're going to have peroneus brevis. That's all. Okay, this is your lateral compartment. We'll move to the posterior compartment. And this is your back of your leg region. So here goes your popliteal fossa. So this is your popliteal fossa. Moving down, you're going to have back of your leg. So the boundary which forms your popliteal, one of the boundaries of the popliteal fossa are gastrocnemius. These are the two gastrocnemius, medial head of the gastrocnemius and lateral head of the gastrocnemius. So when you cut the gastrocnemius, and you can able to see the soleus. Okay, so this is the soleus muscle. It has been cut off into equal half. So this is your soleus. So once the two gastrocnemius, when the two gastrocnemius is being moved off, it is your soleus. Okay, so below that you'll have your plantaris, and you're going to have some two important vessels. One is your artery, then is your nerve. So posterior tibial artery and posterior tibial nerve. Okay, so you're going to have some two important structures here: posterior tibial artery and posterior tibial nerve. This is all about your back of your leg. So you're going to have two gastrocnemius. So completely after the gastrocnemius, you're going to have soleus. So below the soleus, you're going to have plantaris. Two important vessels is one is your nerve and artery. Both are posterior tibial artery and nerve. And you're going to have also two more muscles called flexor hallucis longus and flexor digitorum longus will be in your back of your leg region. So one more important spotter here is so you can able to see this is your gastrocnemius, right? So this is your soleus. So once the gastrocnemius and the soleus is being attaching it together, and it is going to form one important tendon. This is your tendocalcaneus. Okay, so this is your tendocalcaneum or the Achilles tendon. It is also called Achilles tendon. Okay, this is being in the exam point of view, they can tie this tendon and they can ask the question like identify the tight structure, and they can ask the formation. So what is the formation? The fusion of gastrocnemius, two head of the gastrocnemius, and soleus, which forms your Achilles tendon or tendocalcaneus. Okay, we'll see one more important spotter.